So I'm on a mission to find the best cheeseburger in the city of Florence, South Carolina. And although where I'm going today technically isn't in the city of Florence, it's in Timmonsville, but it's a staple in this area, and Timmonsville has pretty much been annexed into Florence anyways. So I'm going over to George's drive-thru restaurant. We're gonna pick up a burger. We're gonna get back over to the Florence Foodie studio and we're gonna check it out. Let's do it. Yep, so that's right. We went to George's. Now, again, George's is in Timmonsville. But this is the thing. George's is actually, out of all the places we've been and probably will go on this journey, just about, if not the closest place to the studio here that I've been or may go. Like I said, it's not technically Florence, but it sure is to me. And you know what? I'm making the list, so that's how it's going to be. And I don't think that anybody that's local would argue or push back on George's being considered a Florence staple, a Florence favorite, a Florence location. So it is George's drive-thru restaurant. And what we have here is a very standard burger. We've got a cheeseburger box, comes with fries and salad. Cheeseburger is going to be classic, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, American cheese. I also got some of their onion rings too. We're going to drop a couple of onion rings right here on this burger. Burger patty looks well seasoned. Now I can tell you, it is one of the smaller patties that we've had on our list, especially some of the recent ones we've had. All right, let's dive right into this George's drive-thru restaurant. It is a drive-thru only restaurant, which I would say is convenient. Big notes of black pepper right off the rip. If you don't like black pepper on your burger, I don't know what you're doing. They've got shredded lettuce on here, which is always a plus for me. We used to get George's pretty frequently when I was younger. I remember that. And the thing about George's, they do a good job. They got a real friendly staff, good service from that standpoint. And there's no bells and whistles. There's nothing fancy. There's nothing fancy about this burger. It's, again, straight down the middle. But it's solid, man. I'm not going to lie to you. The fries are the same thing. It's kind of symbolic, you know? No bells and whistles, just gets the job done and then some. Because this is a good burger. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't know. It's getting to the point now to where I've really got to eat it and then I got to look at the list. The list is getting pretty dense and it's hard to say without actually looking at it. But the thing is, it's executed flawlessly. And sometimes you have people in life that they get so focused on the bells and whistles that they forget to actually build the engine. And it's kind of the thing where I'd rather have a car that will run for 300,000 miles than one that looks fantastic, but it's going to give me all kind of problems. So as I'm finishing this up, what I will tell you is this. If you don't know about George's, maybe you're from the South Side and you've just never been over there, whatever the case may be, it can be comparable to a townhouse type of restaurant. But what I know is this. They're committed over there to excellence, to doing what they do well. And I think that the ownership over there really places great value on being a local staple. And so that causes them to be very intentional about the little things and about executing on the fundamentals. And so for that reason, they have a really good product. As far as the burger goes, in comparison to others, how good are we talking about? Let's take a look. It's a tough call. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a tough call. And it's getting tougher and tougher each time because, you know, a lot of these are really good. I mean, there's nothing to complain about with them. So let's talk about the negatives and the positives. The negatives are the size of the patties, the smaller burgers. I think it's the smallest one we've had on the entire list. Maybe 6 ounces of beef. I don't know if they're measuring. I don't know if that's just a guess. And so a lot of times when you see pictures, people post their food, you know, you'll see people post 2 burgers in their box instead of 1. They're not offensively small, though. I'm just saying that in comparison, that's what we're doing here. They're a little bit smaller. And I would also say the bun is one of the more basic on this list. Just a regular hamburger bun from your average cookout, it seems. But however, everything's done really well. Like I said, it's one of the most straight down the middle burgers that we've had, and it's just executed well at every point. At every point, it really is. And so for that reason, I find myself more drawn to it than a lot of the ones on this list. And I was thinking for a while it was going to go above locals, but I think pretty much strictly just because of the size, I'm going to put it just under locals, sitting in our new 7th place. And look, the bottom line is that puts them in the top half of our ranking right here. So it's nothing to sneeze at. I don't even understand that saying. Who sneezes at stuff? Is that a thing? You intentionally sneeze at things? I don't even know if that's even a saying or not. I think it is. But you get the point. Cough at, maybe? Whatever it is, it's respectable. And so I would just say as a whole, for that matter, that's where the burger's at. But just in general, if you've never been to George's and you're local, or, you know, a lot of people that are viewers of this channel are either planning to move to the area or already have moved recently and are trying to familiarize yourself with the Florence area, you definitely want to go check George's out. It's a really good place to do. A lot of what we did when I was a child is to go pick up dinner for the family. I mean, there's something for everybody on the menu. It's a very expected menu. It's not wild and crazy, and they execute. And they do it with a smile and with good, quick, efficient, quality service. I mean, everything was hot, orders accurate, not outrageously overpriced or anything like that. It's just a mighty fine business in our local area that if you're not familiar with, you want to go check them out. So that is George's. It's right as you get into Timmonsville. And I would say they do a good job. They've always done a good job. And that burger is no exception to that rule. It's our new 7th place burger. And truthfully, if somebody were to look at this list and want to interchange it, swap it out with the locals burger, I would not have any offense to that. Honestly, I wouldn't be offended by any of it. But I'm just saying that it was an in-the-moment call, and so I'm going to go with 7th place. And so there you have it. The cheeseburger at George's, 7th place. You guys have been good about suggesting places that I should check out. George's today was my idea, but I have been following up those suggestions. So there's so many cheeseburgers in Florence that it helps me out if you bring things to my attention. So if there's a local favorite of yours that's not on this list already, drop a comment down on the video, let me know, and we will add them to the list. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all's viewership, and I will take a moment to say, as a reminder and an effort to extend our appreciation of your viewership, we are doing a giveaway for $1,000 in gift cards to local area restaurants once the channel reaches 5,000 subscribers. So once we hit that 5,000 subscriber, we are going to randomly select one person to win $1,000 in gift cards that are made up of a combination of local area restaurants. So somebody's going to eat out for a month or two once we hit that number 5,000. Right now, we're almost halfway there. We're right at about 2,300 subscribers, and I appreciate each and every one of them. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It helps us out a lot to get to that number. George's Drive-Thru Restaurant in Timmonsville, shout out to you. You guys have always done a good job and are still doing so. Appreciate y'all. Look forward to seeing y'all around. In the meantime, y'all take care. God willing, we'll see you on the next video.